I was also a proud veteran. I was drafted in the Vietnam era, and my parents came from the Upper Peninsula of Michigan. They were a lot of Scandinavian people up there, and I come to find out that my mother left as a 19-year-old to San Francisco to live with a relative, and my father chased her out there after the Depression. And I've come to find out that my grandfather, her father, was in the Spanish-American War. So not only was I a veteran, my older brother was in the Air Force way before I was drafted. And so I want to let you know that I'm a proud veteran, and I'm sure my grandfather was. I never got to meet Charles Peterson. But furthermore that I found out is that my twin sister had a DNA test that come to find out that our ancestry are Sami, S-A-M-I, indigenous Finnish people. And these people are like reindeer herders from Russia to Finland, Scandinavia, and all the way to Alaska. That they founded themselves of being herders of reindeer, and they're indigenous to this day. You could look it up on the net. So I have my little hat that my son gave me. That's the closest thing to being a Sami, and I'm very proud of that. Growing up in Wilmington, I become a surfer boy, and all the Pachucos and stuff would really be fired on us because they didn't like surfer boys. And so I really encourage you that the proceeds of this organization called 4Ocean are two surfer guys that have made commitment to help the pollution on our beach and help the pollution in the ocean. So with a little small donation, you could get a bracelet, and it's a worthy cause that these guys are totally committed to cleaning up our ocean and our beaches. As I said, my parents, shortly after I was discharged, I was doing things on a diving board that's called a lobster dive. And actually you go up and you tuck your body and roll on your back, so you create centrifugal force to create a big splash. And so after about an hour or so doing this, I went to the restroom and it was totally blood. I urinated blood, and I found out that through tests at the VA at that time, the only insurance I had was the VA hospital, Long Beach, was I had polycystic kidney disease. And that's the main subject I'm here to talk to you about. I want to give tribute to those people today that work in those dialysis centers, because it was a thing about the disease that you inherit a lot of other problems, like most of all high blood pressure. My blood pressure, after urinating blood 7 years after, my blood pressure was totally out of control. And I attribute all that cardiovascular workout that I got from surfing, because in the days that we surfed, we didn't have leashes that brought our boards back to us. We had to swim after our boards. And I was very grateful to my relatives that gave me a ticket to Hawaii, and I got to surf a little bit of Waikiki, the place called Threes. And again, we didn't have leashes, so we did a lot of swimming because the waves break at least a half mile out there on the reef. So I never went out when when the waves were outside. So it was a great thrill for me prior to being drafted. But today I want to attribute to those people who transport patients to dialysis centers. These people that transport people to dialysis and peritoneal. So I give a shout out to the caregivers that you don't hear much about. But their total work schedule is Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, and Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. They have one day off. So I just want you to think about these people that are in the front lines today. This is nationwide. You would not believe how many people have kidney failure and that rely on a machine. Now, if you didn't know, if you have liver failure, there's no way to keep you alive. So that's another thing that this disease can give you problems. It can lead to liver failure. It could lead to high blood pressure and aneurysm. And so to those people I'm speaking to, I hope you take heed to what I'm saying today.
I would always say to kids, don't be afraid to dream.